Played 6, won 1, lost 4, drew 1, scored 9, conceded 14. David Moyes and West Ham? Nope. What an absolute crazy turnaround of fortunes last night that we saw where West Ham beat Tottenham at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium 2-1 away from home. A game of two halves, you could say. And I started off this show by giving you some footballing team stats that you think and probably are, probably as a whole, many fans would think would be David Moyes and West Ham, but in actual fact, they're not. They're actually Ange Postecoglou. Ange Ball's most recent stats. He has played 6 games, winning 1, lost 4, drew 1, scoring 9 goals, conceding 14, whilst playing this predominantly forward-thinking role. Now, I'm not slagging it off whatsoever. I never will do that because it's entertaining football. But let's bring you into context and tell you West Ham's more recent stats. We've played 6, we've won 5, we've lost none, we've drew 1, scoring 10, conceding 5 goals. Nobody can remotely take away from the fact that we were dominated against in the first half. Tottenham Hotspur came at West Ham and they did everything they needed to do. They got a goal up, albeit disappointed by Fabianski's positioning for that goal, but we should not have got a goal down at that point. But they dominated. It was relentless. It was really hard to watch, actually, if I'm being really honest with you. They came at us like a wrecking train and we had no chance to get out of that situation. We could not pass the ball more than 5 passes in that first half. We were struggling to get hold of possession. We did not really know how to break Tottenham down. However, behind the scenes, something was going on. Now, I don't know if it is actually that David Moyes has some form of tactical genius, dinosaur, whatever you want to call him, in him, that he looks at the situation, he addresses the situation, and he can try and get the best out of a bad situation. But what you can guarantee is when you play against the Spurs and an Ange Postecoglou, Ange Ball, that they are relentlessly going to come at you no matter what, and they have shown and dealt their cards. Therefore, where West Ham have always been judged throughout the years to be judged and being able to be dealt our cards, and we don't know how to play another way. We are grinding out result after result, only 3 points away from Tottenham after Tottenham having such a fantastic start to the season. We are only 7 points off of 4th place as well. So we are still in contention at the top of the league. We've opened up that gap of 5 points below us in Chelsea, and it is looking rather interesting considering where our style of play has been. First half, not great. Second half, so much better. So much better. Moyes' ball prevails. And what I mean by that is that there was an element of the diligence using the first half, leggy performances in the first half, to go in, do whatever he said, get the players up for it, different Paqueta from the first half into the second half, a different James Ward-Prowse from the first half into a second half, and a massive performance from James Ward-Prowse in that second half. All-round game, intercepting balls getting played, whipped balls in from everywhere. Loving the new tactic where Kudos would pull the ball back, bang, the wing-backs would run through, try and break that offside trap. He would find a little cheeky pass through to James Ward-Prowse, who'd whip that ball up over the top of defenders, and you'd have Sufal running down the right-hand side and Emerson running down the left-hand side. Really flamboyant, nice football coming from West Ham in the second half. The frustration kicks in and you go, well, what if West Ham had actually performed like that second half against Spurs, against Crystal Palace? Would we have walked away with 3 points? Quite possibly. But we didn't. And I don't know why. And I really don't know why. But this is the emotional roller coaster that is following our beautiful club that is West Ham. People can be bored all you want, but at the end of the day, people get pissed off when I say it's a results business. But it is, because we're at the right side of the table. Reputable football commentators, reputable football ex-pros who get involved with all the programs can go on and sing loud about Ange Ball and Ange Postecoglou, but at the end of the day, they came round to the decision that it's fine that you do that, but if you don't penetrate and you can't score goals, then what's the point of doing it? There's a fine balance when you watch an Ange Postecoglou team and a Unai Emery team from Aston Villa, because there's a relentless but piercing approach to their style of play compared to the Tottenham style of play against Aston Villa. Now, again, like I said, no ifs or buts about it. First half was not good, crap, couldn't get at it. But at the end of the day, apart from the goal, I couldn't think of really clear-cut chances and anything that really fully tested West Ham's defence in the first half, and in particular in the second half, apart from the Richarlison chance. But we also had plenty of chances in that game that we could have taken the game even further to Spurs. But I was really proud of our second half performance. I was really proud of the players stepping up. I was proud of their achieving all levels of strength, ability to be able to work their way and collecting that ball, retaining the ball, recycling the ball, winning the first balls, winning the second balls compared to the first half. It was a dramatic change of fortunes for us, but we made that change of fortunes. Whether that falls on Moyes or the players, then that is something we'll have to wait and see. Essentially, though, we turned up, we got the job done. Okay, you can say that we forced Tottenham into two errors where they played the balls back, they made the errors, and we pounced on those opportunities. But that's what you've got to do in football. And if your eye's not on it, then we pierce the opportunities, and you take those chances away from West Ham, those two errors that Tottenham made. We still had plenty of chances in the game, as did Spurs, but theirs were half chances. Ours were clear cut. Could have taken it, even further, bigger gaps. So you've got to give credit where credit's due. West Ham have got 24 points for the season. A lot of people wouldn't have expected it. A lot of people, me included, possibly as well, digging deeper, thought we probably would have beat last night, but we didn't. Massive shout out, though, James Ward-Prowse. Really impressed with the second half performance. Whipping balls, great connections, great interceptions, great passing, great build-up play from the back. Alvarez, machine in the second half. Never say die. Tracking down that ball like a pit bull terrier, throwing his body on the line, his head on the line. He did not care. He done his job down there. Shout out to the wing backs, but in particular Emerson. I thought he was phenomenal in the game last night. He actually held the brakes. I said that in the Matchday Live and also in the highlights review show. I think he held the brakes on sometimes when he was going forward, but he looked like he could take on 2 or 3 players and actually had the pace to be able to do it. But his defensive duties tonight were second to none. Really, really good second half performance from Emerson Palmieri. Game of two halves for Paqueta. I thought he actually had a good end quarter, where he found his legs and became really dynamic and strong and powerful and controlling the ball, etc. But sometimes what you need is when players aren't performing to the high standards, other players around you to go and do their job. Tommy Souček done his job all under the radar tonight, nipping in, intercepting, creating play, breaking up opportunities, clearing, blocking, you name it. It was all happening. Essentially, though, what I don't remember is Tottenham breaking into our 18-yard box and causing us too much concerns. I felt we defended really well, and we broke on the counter and did it in a structured manner. The frustration is, let's push this into other games. Let's push this into other teams. Let's push this into the second half against Crystal Palace. You feel like sometimes we could go and get results when we've not pulled in a result this year. But essentially, Moyes' ball has prevailed and beaten Ange ball. And West Ham sit nicely in the league with a 5-point gap below us and 3 points from Tottenham, who only some few weeks ago were sitting top of the league. Moyes' ball prevails. It's as simple as that. Join Russ later on, as he will be giving you all of the player scores, player ratings, and we'll give you the Hammers headlines. We'll also have the press conference ahead of the Fulham game. Big game at the weekend for West Ham to go again, try and take advantage in this Premier League and push ourselves up this league and get closer to that 40-point mark. Can you believe we're even considering it? 24 points on the board, 15 games gone. It's not bad for a little old Moyes ball, is it? Take it easy, everyone. Come on, you Irons.